Derrick Henry. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Titans and the Steelers under the lights on Thursday night.
Oh, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in primetime, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
As if this motivated young man needed an extra chip on his shoulder. He certainly got one more when he slipped to the second round of this year's draft. This, after he's discussed, is a possible top 5 pick. As he likes to tell everyone, I've got a cannon for an arm, and I love to show it off.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Now it's Peterson. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers. They're going to look to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw, Pickett. Out loud, and he connects with Firemouth. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. And no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Boswell on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, so it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Levis back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's more. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
First down, Tennessee.
1st and 10, it's Levis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helped? Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now Pickett. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Pickett back to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Now Pickett. A short one there to Fryermuth. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. They'll throw again with Pickett. Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Levis sets up to throw here. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 12. First down, Titans.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Levis to throw it.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And a catch made by Hopkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of great games coming up in this first weekend of November, starting with the first ever game in Frankfurt, Germany, the Dolphins and Chiefs. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being in Philadelphia, where we find the Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And then finally a good one on Sunday night between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Returning it is Moore.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were 7-point winners a week ago, and they lead by 7 here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Levis. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On the give, it's Warren. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Rashad Weaver able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis.
And this is incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to...
There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds.
49 yards yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Pickett.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Washington. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Henry.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Holding offense.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Now Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Pittsburgh. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Here's Pickett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Got his man, it's Warren.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action now. Levis. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
A true all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him and getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Levis. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Levis.
They set up the screen for Henry. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Badgley's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So here's Pickett and the Steelers.
Down 13-10, a little under a minute 50 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Here's Pickett. He's got Johnson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Pickett to throw.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Looking to throw here. Pickett.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Levis takes a knee here, and that should just about do it.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you